Hello, what's up? So once again, I got another story to tell you. I don't know if I said it before on like YouTube or like stream, but it was kind of important to me, I suppose, because I was like trying to find like an answer to this, and it was like about that time in grade school when I was probably like 10 or 12. There was a construction like area in the school, and one of the kids just decided to throw a brick to me. Yeah, so I got hit by the brick, and I was like, yeah, I just lost consciousness, but I still like, have consciousness just to like actually like function, I guess, like not dying yet. I was just bleeding out, kinda, not really. And like this, the strangest part about it is that I actually never thought about it too much until recently, until I think 2022. Before that, I was like, oh yeah, that was the past, like I got hit by a brick in the head, at the back of the head, and then I was like, I asked my mom whether I got like X-ray or not after I got hit by a brick, because concussion like that, it could be serious issue, right? Even if the appearance of you, like the external wound, is not as showing as the internal wound. It's not like internal bleeding. Otherwise, I'll have brain damage, and I wouldn't be able to do anything like this. So I think like 2 years after that, after I realized that I didn't get X-ray and brain scan, I'm not sure what it calls, maybe BI or something. I kind of forgot. BCI, brain scan machine or whatever it is. It was kind of scary because they had to like not inject, but more like it's inject. Let's just go with that. Anyway, as I was saying, the brain scan. I can't even talk. The brain scan was pretty scary because you have to inject like radiation, kind of like it need to. It's not just like, you can just go lie down and scan. No, you need to have some liquid going through your head, or like your bloodstream or whatever, so it will actually show up on the brain scan machine. And yeah, it was kind of scary. And the fact that it was like finished, and then there's like a student coming out the other side of the room, I was like, whoa, why is there so many people? I would say, oh, these are like intern or like medical student. Sorry, but the thing is, it's not really about the brain scan. This topic is more about how a teacher and school kind of neglect their duty and try to actually save a student from a certain misfortune or whatever. I was very young, so I don't really have a say in it. And turns out, about the brain scan thing, the X-ray thing, which I've done both. It turns out the teacher didn't sign me up for that when I was young, when that happened to me. Anyway, yeah, she was pretty much lying to my mom, basically, that I don't have any issue, and I was unconscious the whole time, even though I kind of remember I got hit in the head and I blacked out for a moment, and then I gained consciousness and I see the sky, and then the next moment I blacked out again, and then I got rushed ER, emergency room. And the last thing that I remember after I woke up and gained my consciousness was that I was with my older brother, I guess, at the time. He was nice, I guess. He's not anymore, but this story for another day. He took like a picture of my head because I guess trying to like show how much of the damage was like caused by that one brick, and I like lost like a patch of hair. In a way, I was like kind of balding. Mo, if you watch this, you get the joke, Mo. I was balding. I got like a bald spot. Nah, just kidding. I don't have a bald spot. It was just a patch of hair that was not there anymore because I got hit by a brick. Anyway, about the teacher, right? He lied to my mother about not like I got X-ray or something. But then again, I don't really trust either side, so I just say that maybe this miscommunication. Maybe she did tell my mom, but still at the end, they didn't care for me much. Because I never know who did that to me. Like which student did that to me? To this day, I still don't know, and I don't even remember which teacher does that for me. Like take me to ER. I actually witnessed the event and giving stuff, the information and all that. Anyway, I think it's not a long story. It's just that the point is that they cover for a student that does something mischievous, which affect me, and they didn't even have like a second thought about like maybe Charnyte, maybe Charnyte is like damaged or like wounded to the point where it might affect after what happened with the incident. So it was more of a disappointment I found later in life, really. Like it could have gone well, They could take care of me better and pay attention to me and make sure I don't suffer anything from it. Like they could make sure that I don't have trouble later on, and they don't want like legal trouble and like I don't know, like scandal or for the school. This is true scandal in my city. I know. Like come to think about this. Yes, another scandal, but I'm not gonna say that. Otherwise, I'm exposed where I live. But yeah, there was like another incident. I was like a teenager back then, and it happened to another school, to another kid. And yeah, something bad happened. But mine was not as bad as that one. That one like caused death and injury. And basically, I just find it disappointing. Very disappointing. Like, man, I could have like got brain damage or some shit. Like just imagining that I would not function as a human being and become like a shell of a person I am now. It would have been so bad. Like I would become disabled or some shit like that, because head concussion is not a joke. It never is. Especially the scandal, because it was like safety hazard. Because why the fuck would you leave like a bunch of bricks next to like a auditorium for the student, right? So it's easy to reach. There was no one guarding it. No one was like, oh, you don't pick that up. Get home, kid, or something like that. No, they didn't do that at all. No, like there was no one supervising the construction site or whatever. They were trying to like expand the what they call again, like stadium? Not quite. Back then it was not a stadium. Back then it was like just a like concert. What do you call them? Like stage? Yeah, the stage. So they were trying to improve the stage and some of the infrastructure there. That's why there's like a bunch of brick over there. But I think it was like finished. Maybe I don't remember much. But no one was supervising it, and I guess I'm not guessing it. I truly believe that they just simply do not care for the thing that happened, because no one take accountability. They just like, oh, this and that happened. And I think I had insurance back then, so I didn't even get to pay either that or free healthcare. Yeah, free healthcare. Gotta love that. But yeah, it just bugged me off, because we could have solved it in a way that I actually not benefit or like profit off of it, but more like just anyway. I got distracted by the quest. What else? What else can I expand upon this story of mine? I guess in a way I just want to like understand or like feel like what drive them to do that in real life, because I never did ask them. I never did question them. I was just a kid. I was just following orders. I was not I was not rebelling because I was still young and not old enough to rebel as a teenager or whatever. The teacher is lying, the principal does nothing, the school avoids scandal, but at the cost of risk that I might be brain damaged for the rest of my life. They didn't have a thorough the screening or check up with me. The concussion like that, I would expect him to come check up with us for like every year or so. That would be much like better thing to do. Like you could have just tell me that I can check up, with stuff like that. And again, I don't know, maybe it was my mother's decision or my brother's decision. Everyone was involved, so there's no one really like to blame aside from that one teacher. Man, I'm getting distracted with all this gameplay bullshit. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. There we go. Now it's just us. I just want to change things up. I don't want to just talk like this and tell a story. I thought, like having something in the background would be nice, but clearly not. Anyway, beside the content creation thing that I tend to bring up, I feel cheated. I guess I feel like I got thrown aside, and it reminds me of the movie Joker 2019. We're gonna pretend that we're gonna act as if the sequel doesn't exist. Like this in real life, it's not black and white. It is this gray. There's many shades of gray, and one of them being the fact that you could care for someone, but enough to the point where oh, everything is fine, everything is cool, especially with my head injury and the concussion, but not care enough to make sure that I actually don't suffer anything from it later on. And because there was the eyewitness and the witnesses during that moment were just my teacher, which I don't know which teacher, but I just know that she take care of my grade. It could have been better. And for the kid that threw that brick at me, I hope he's doing alright, but I think he's gonna have a nightmare about picking up brick every single time. If you're out there, buddy, I just hope you do well. I'm not gonna blame you because you were just a kid, but I would say that your parent could have get informed and know about this better, so we can actually talk about it and console and try to prevent things from happening again. Because if that kid is aggressive and all that, then will that be an issue? He will hurt more people in your life. But it was an accident, and that was the only thing he did in his life to hurt someone. Then well, that's fine. His accident just come and go. It passed. Deep down, I just think that there should be a lawsuit or something to protect me. But we don't have that much money. We don't have that kind of power. We don't have that kind of insight. And I was just a kid. Nobody really know about the whole thing aside from my family and the teacher. And I don't even know if, like I said before, I don't think the parents of that kid knows. It could be multiple kids as well, not just one guy, not just one kid. It would be really ironic though if it was actually the adult that was throwing brick on my head, because they were crazy, so they had to cover up the story or something. But that's a conspiracy theory. And even worse is if the teacher that lied is the one that threw a brick at me and she tried to cover it up and no one was at that scene to be the witness. But hey, that's way above conspiracy and more paranoid and schizophrenic thought. Just take care of yourself out there, and if something happened to you and you're I don't know, something happened and you haven't talked to anyone about it yet, but you feel normal. Even if you feel normal, it may not be normal. So I would suggest talking about people that you trust and talk it out and get through the legal and medical process of healing from that kind of wound, especially concussion. There are many concussion type that make you just some of them change your life forever. For me though, it was I was dense. Dense motherfucker. Yeah, I was dense. Emotionally and physically I was dense. I'm just glad I don't have a hole in my head or something though, because it was a blunt trauma, kind of. Not really. I don't even know what that word means. I just use it as a pop, as a thing that get your attention. But yeah, I'm just disappointed with this kind of thing. It never ceases to amaze me how people just doesn't take responsibility and accountability to make sure that all the people that has suffered from an incident or an accident or any kind, really, to make sure they are properly treated and live a good life. There's no downside from this and that. I guess the thing that got me mad most, they try to not, just like I said, not take anything into any accountability at all. And it was frustrating because if it turned out to be worse, then well, bye me, I guess. But yeah, that's just the gist of the story. Shit happens when I was young, man. I feel like Amelia Watson telling childhood stories. I was so full of adventure and tragedy. I only like come to a conclusion and result of my thinking. All this, it was like a journey, because it's not those like that. It's a journey. It's not about like connecting things together. That is a journey. To try to understand myself better. So I look in the past. I check this, that, and I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Let's click, and then I stay in the present. So yeah, I like how this. So in the message in this recording. But yeah, in the end, just take care of yourself and stay in the present. Don't dwell on the past unless it's loose. There's one less loose end. Anyway, I'll be seeing you on stream or video on another video. I hope you have like a great day and not cheating day like me, like I did yesterday. Woke up with some shit. Anyway, I'm not stalling. I'll be seeing you. Ciao.